Hello, hello. I hope you are well. Okay. I've been watching the news here. So, goodness. Yeah, that's, oh, let me make sure this isn't going to make a noise. Silent mode on. Activate. How are you guys doing? Okay, let's start out. I'm thinking that, yeah, censure is a real possibility here. Just having a look at everybody's comments. Hello, hello. I think it's so funny. I set this up and it's so funny how often I look up, I'm reading, and it's like, you guys have nothing, you're not, oh, thank you. Thank you. You guys have, we're just talking about, has nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with what we're talking about. It's like, you know what? I'm good. I'm just going to drink my cocoa, and you guys, our cocoa sales up in your viewership areas, really. You guys can talk all you want. I'm just going to sit here. So it's fine. Oh, if you can't hear me, duh. Need to put on the old little microphone-y thing. Cocoa looks tasty. It is. It is. I make it from scratch. Okie dokie dokie. Love the nails. Autumn, thank you. Thank you. I figured January was a good month for blue. Oops, sorry, turn that. Okay, good. Is it a Bombshell? John Bolton's book. All right, let's look at, all right, 20. It is 2020. It is the 27th. Monday. Okay. Let's look at Bolton's book. Bolton's Bombshell book? Question mark. Look at Censure. Possibility they are just going to say, oh, heck with it, let's just censure him. Rather than have people testify. Bolton's Bombshell book, censure. Well, let's just start there. Let's just start there. Okay. So, well, Bolton's book be a bombshell. Let's just go with the traditional. All right, why is this not? Sorry, trying to adjust. All right, let's start with Bolton's book. Is it a bombshell? Is it going to be a bombshell? What is happening with Bolton's book? And as I'm shuffling here quickly, I just want to say thank you so very much to our troll slayers, our brave and on it and amazing troll slayers, our Larry Girl, Kathy W, Noelle, oh, someone outside making some noise. Sorry if that bothers you. And we have some new. We have some. Cappy's mom is a new moderator. So Mitt Romney's spine grew back. No, Sammy, I wouldn't bet. I don't know. I wouldn't really bet on that. He might have taken some calcium this morning, but it'll wear off. Trump feels Bolton's book is treason, says GM Dave. Well, anybody who's not sucking up to Trump, he thinks it's treason. Maybe he's running for POTUS. Oh gosh, Bolton, no. Well, I mean, he might run at some point, but succeed? No. All right, so Bolton's book, Bombshell or whatnot. I'm still reading A Very Stable Genius Oh, it's like, oh, what a nasty little memory lane we're going down. The Mod Squad, exactly. Bolton's book. Bolton's book. Bolton's book. Oh, he's going to make a lot of money. Some of these books come out and it's like, Bolton's book feels like it's going to make a lot of money. All right, I'm going to have to focus on the reading here for a second, so forgive me if I don't see your comments. I'm trying to read this energy. Oh, lots of money. Lots and lots and lots of money. I don't know why this one's different from the others, but okay, it's going to make a whole lot of money, and then sales are going to fall off a cliff. Because it's like, all right, we got that information, and we're done here. And after that, it'll be scholars, historians, people like that who will read his book. But he's, the energy of the book is very strong. Very, very strong. So spoilers, is Trump a stable genius or not? Well, let me think about it. I got 4 cards for the final outcome here. Is Trump a stable genius? Well, if you really think about it, if you really weigh, no. Okay, Bolton's book. Ooh, that looks like more than one revelation. That looks like some potential serious, not good for him. Good for us, not good for him. Let's move this over. All right. In the past, well, Trump has been judged, but this is something completely different. This feels completely different. Thank heavens, finally. This feels like finally some clean, not clean, but clear air. There's just enough in it that it's like, oh, finally, we're talking about reality again, you know? Because for so long we haven't been. In the center of the reading, Knight of Wands, yeah, he's, this is, wands are fire signs. Swords are air signs. I don't have a sword card handy, but they're air signs, which is about communication. Wands, and so you'd think, well, if somebody was going to be a hawk, if somebody was going to be a warmonger, well, wouldn't they have swords? But no, it's because this is, wands are fire signs, it's action. So, it's just how it works in tarot for me. So, and because he's not the king, he's not making the decisions. And he's been at this for a long time, so it's not he's not the page, but he is a warmonger. And that's what this card is. He is a warmonger. All right, base of the reading. Bum, bum, bum. Sorry. Oh, goodness. Major Arcana. Yeah, again, I'm getting that energy of, you know, for how, even though he is a warmonger and he's awful, and, you know, he has to do squats every morning, so he has the strength to hoist that mustache up into the world. He's an old school Republican where you get a little, not a little bit, not all, but you get a little bit more of the truth. Above the reading, government, the establishment out and things coming to light. I mean, think seriously, guys. I've pulled 6 cards, well, 7 if you include that one there. But of the main cards that are here, these are all major arcana. There's only one minor arcana. That's him. But this is all fate currents. I've tried to explain in the past that major arcana is like big, strong spiritual currents, and minor arcana is more human level effort. where, you go with the current or you go against the current, but it's something that kind of you're doing, what you're steering, where the major arcana is, it's like a push. Now you can avoid it. We always have free will, but this is the arguments. Oh, buffering. Why are we buffering? Okay. The arguments between fate and free will, to me, are kind of pointless, because it's, which is it? Well, it's both. So, anyway. Future, near future, another major arcana. Looking overseas, communicating. In the Haunted House Tarot, this is the woman with the Ouija board, looking out the open French doors out into the sea, with the full moon. It's communicating. It's looking out. It's near future. It's what he saw in the world. And there's the World card. So now, is that, we'll have to see. Let me read these other cards and then we'll see. Is he going to testify, or is that just the book itself? Because I heard, I occasionally hear Fox News, whether I like it or not. Luckily not for long, but every once in a while I do. And this morning they were really pushing the idea that nobody's actually seen the manuscript. This is all fake. This isn't true. But Trump himself has said some things this morning, and so I don't know what's going on there. But this morning on Fox News, they were pushing this idea that that's it, it's fake. You can ignore it. Home environment. He is book tour, going out, speaking engagements, promoting. That's all his energy's focused on right now. And my gosh, for a Republican, his energy is remarkably clear. I do not like the guy. Please do not misunderstand me. But after reading on Trump and Barr and Jr. and, all these other people, his energy is just remarkably clear. Oh, there's a red car in the driveway. Yes, there is. It's not mine. It's nothing to do with me. There are people who come and go from this house all the time. I think that's a friend of someone else who lives here. So if anybody's thinking, oh wow, I'll look that up. I hope you can't really, I hope you can't make out the license plate. Let me know if you can, because I don't think you can, but so anyway, yeah, that's nothing to do with me. So anyway, hopes and fears. Oh, he just wants his money. He wants to make lots and lots and lots. Can't see the plate. Good. Thank you, Allison. Deanna. Grand Central. Yeah, it is. It is. There's phone ringing and people coming and going. It's just how it is around here. My life is quiet. Nobody else's is. All right. What other people see? It's just relief. It's just finally, it's like, oh, thank heaven. It's like this, like I said, it's clear. It's like clear water. It's not water I like. I don't like where it's coming from. But at least it's a relief, especially after yesterday's reading about Trump. Oh, yikes. All right. Final outcome. Money, money, money. But he's going to be holding on to it tightly because there's some burdens coming. And I wonder if that means court cases, secrets. Oh, I wonder if this is opening a Pandora's box for him as well, where that he's going to get sucked into the chaos, the legal chaos. Oh, okay. Let's look. Is Bolton going to have to testify? Is Bolton going to have to testify? because next we're going to look about, is the Senate impeachment trial, are they going to just go, okay, let's censure him, okay, we're done. So let's see what this says and then see what that says and see if they match up. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. We'll have to find out. Stay tuned. Is Bolton going to have to testify? Is Bolton going to have to testify? Oh. I know Trump can't sue him because you can't sue. Trump tries to make everybody. Trump tries to make everybody sign NDNAs that just don't mean anything. This feels like Bolton has some disappointment where he still has some stuff, but some other, he's going to have to justify whatever is going on. That feels like testifying. And these are the Republicans in the Senate. It feels like him testifying. I don't know. It's what he's going to, I'm feeling him defensive anyway. I'm feeling him having to actively defend against fellow Republicans and not just on Fox News. And it causes him to make even more money from the book and speaking fees, but then the money, he either overspends or he has too many legal costs, but the money goes, he makes a ton of money, and then the money all goes a bit funny. It doesn't all disappear, but the money situation goes a bit screwy. All right, since that's what I've got for Bolton, then because it's directly related, let me shuffle and we'll go straight into, is the Senate, are they going to just say, oh, heck with it, we're just going to censure Trump and pretend we can move on from here? Because I think even they know there's more that's going to come out. I mean, come on. You don't have to be paying attention at all to know that more is going to come out. So I'm going to put this on my lap for a second just to shuffle. It's just a tiny bit quieter when I shuffle on my lap because it doesn't have this as a giant sounding board to amplify the sound. Oh, I cut the deck. Look what I got. Tower and the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so, because I'll tell you, if they censure Trump, he can't, well, he'll probably try, but he can't go out and just say, oh, I was exonerated. No, you were censured. You've been impeached by the House and you've been censured. And that's going to gall. That's going to hurt. He's going to be very, very unhappy by that. Okay, so Senate, it's the energy in the Senate impeachment trial is, especially with the Republicans, it's feeling very calculated, but it's not even that emotional anymore. It's just okay, so we'll do this. Just like fine, we'll just, all right, so let's do this, let's do that. Will you agree? Go to the people who, like Susan Collins, who it's going to be harder for them to win re-election. Are you in for censure? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do that? If it's censure or whatever they're going to do, it's just feeling less emotional. And it's also easier now because they know what to expect. They've heard the Democrats' case. They can see what's sort of trying to come out. They've sat there and been through the boring parts and the worried parts, and it really feels like the Republicans lost a lot of sleep going into this impeachment trial. And I'm being drawn to the deck itself. There's an old postcard that has it's a New Year's postcard. You know, in the Victorian they used to send postcards instead of greeting cards, and because they sent it out, and you get printed cards. And there was one where it's a young person who has a calendar. It's like a drawing. It's the person's here, and then they have this pile on their back. And the back it says January 1st, and then you can tell that if you flip through, it's every day of the year. And that's kind of what I'm feeling here. It's all right, not looking at the calendar, but also looking at the past. Okay, well, he did this, he did that. We're going to have to break this down. We can try to confuse people with it, but no, there's too much coming out. They're calculating. They're counting days. And McConnell knows how out of control Trump is. And he is really worried. He's been complaining to somebody about Trump's State of the Union address coming up, and how if he goes off the rails far enough, it could sink Republicans overall. Okay. Senate. Gonna censure Trump? Or are you going to... Let's just get this over with. We can't protect his feelings anymore. We have to do something. Let's get this over with. We can't, he's gonna have to suck it up. And they all know what that means, because he won't. Looking at the lay of the land. And actually they're kind of looking out at like Ukraine and things that happened in the distance. Travel. All right, in the past, Mueller, the Mueller report, that was hanging over their heads, and that turned out to their minds turned out to be a dud. Every reading I've done says the Mueller report, that's not over. That's not over. That's coming back. And I have a feeling I'm going to be reading on that a lot at some point. Yep, things coming to light. Center of the reading. The Bolton book is, it's just there's too much out there. Too many people know he did it. McConnell knows he did it. Why am I getting McConnell so clearly today? Calculating little swine that he is. And they know Trump's going to go completely off the rails if they do anything but tell him how wonderful and perfect and amazing he is. But they're like, suck it up. Don't care. Take your lumps. They're just tired. Above the reading, decisions. Yeah, they're still debating it though. Still debating the best way to go forward. They haven't decided. Near future. Well, in the last reading, this came up as Bolton the warmonger. And yeah, because often this is also the card of Don Jr., but this feels like Bolton the warmonger. I give people names. Whitaker the perjurer, Bolton the warmonger. And this is Trump and Fox News lies. So it's who are you going to believe? Who are you going to believe? Who are you going to get to believe? And trying to work all that out. But Bolton's book is getting too much attention. Home environment. Oh, message. Messages. Yeah, it's back and forth and sending them back and forth, and who's getting the message and the information that's come out, and hopes and fears. Let's just put it this way. senators aren't the most humble of human beings. Let's say it that way. And they are already not happy at the idea of having to give up some of their power or reputation for the sake of Donald Trump. I mean, honestly, I think about this sometimes. It's like, okay, if you could suddenly just go back in time 5 years and you want to warn people today about what's going to happen. Who the heck would believe you? Seriously, who would believe you? No. Donald Trump, he's going to run for president and he's going to win. And he's going to put immigrant babies in cages and he's going to put in travel ban. He's going to try to put in travel bans against Muslim nations, and he's going to there's going to be this huge impeachment trial because there's going to be the Mueller report about how the Russians hacked the system. Nobody would believe you. Nobody would believe you if you went back 5 years and tried to tell them that. This is just crazy. So, and the idea of these senators, they're like, I'm sorry, I'm burning through my credibility for this jerk? What we see. Well, right now we're still on the outside, and I'm getting this as well in the What We See column for any number of readings. This is the Trump dynasty, and they're intact. And this is like Mar-a-Lago or some kind of compound or, Bedminster or whatever it is. We see it quiet. We see, we don't see much out here. I mean, unless you go, stand in the stream of the fire hose of Trump's Twitter feed, which I don't. No, thank you. Final outcome. What are they going to do? They're going to, what's the nicest way we can end this? How can we throw him a bone? That's exactly what this is. Is it censure? Is it the nicest censure ever? Is it the, oh, we're so sorry, we're just going to point out this little, your tie was too long, or we're so sorry that, the tea you brought us was too hot, or, so we're going to just have to complain a little bit about that, but don't take it too serious. I mean, it's pathetic. You guys, really, they're never going to hear me, but seriously, Republican senators, he's not worth this. Just throwing that out there. But they're very much of a mind right now, let's get this over with. They're much more in a mind of, you can just suck it up. And I just keep getting that over and over and over, which is why I keep saying it over and over and over. The senators are strong. And Schiff, what he said, the Republicans didn't like it, but it's sunk into their subconscious because they're good arguments. Yeah, and there are some Republicans who are saying quietly, well, it's about time. Somebody needs to stand up to this guy. It is time. And besides, Trump's just going to make more money. If he's censured, if and it just feels like the tiniest. To him, it's going to be a catastrophe, the end, how dare they, they're traitors. But this is the tiniest thing they can do. And Trump's just going to rake in more, not nomination, not election, running for election money. Come on, brain. I know we're still fighting off a cold, but words are good. Work with me. Use your words. Campaign contributions. Thank you. They're going to do something, but it's going to be pathetic. All right, so that's what I'm getting for. Are they going to censure Trump? I'm getting they're going to do something. They're not just going to Let me even throw 3 more cards because I want to kind of look at this from another direction, see if there's more information. I'm just going to put down 3 or 4 cards here after I shuffle on, are they going to go with the he didn't do anything wrong? Are they going to go with Trump didn't do anything wrong? Of course he didn't. No, he's done so much that's wrong. He's done so much that's wrong. No. No, they're not going to just acquit him. They're not just going to go, oh, you did nothing wrong, he's fine. No, 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 no. And because it's still out there. The Mueller report, how mistreatment of immigrants, just the amount of sleep they've lost over this jury, all the Ukraine stuff, and Russia stuff, and Putin, and Helsinki, and, you know, it's Charlottesville for that matter, and it's, yeah, so what I'm getting is they're going to censure him. Oh, let's see here. Okay, shuffling again, shuffling again. So, next, we should look at Mitt Romney is calling for witnesses. It says, Anne, about time. Oh, let me ask one more time. Is Bolton going to testify? Sorry, Bolton testify. I'm so sorry. If you can hear my stomach growling, I'm sorry. I didn't have breakfast yet. By this time of day, I've usually had quite a bit, but this morning, things just got away from me. I think Mittens is running for POTUS again. Mr. Found 47% of his mittens. Is Bolton going to testify? Oh, they don't want him to. They do not. They do not. They do not. We'll do anything. We'll do anything. Actually, I'm going to do. Are they going to try to? Are they going to try to get the? Are they going to get the Bidens to testify? Are they going to get Bolton to testify? That's what I'm going to do. Why? I don't know. It's just Biden. Are they get the Bidens to testify? Are they going to get Bolton? Biden, Bolton, Biden, Bolton. They don't want witnesses. They want as little itty bitty tiny amount of information to come out as possible. Like back in ancient days, if you had a coin, sometimes instead of paying for something and giving someone the whole coin, they'd like shave the corner of it off. That's what this feels like. Biden's. Still, they're shaky about, you know, is it worth yanking the Bidens in the middle of this? Because the other thing about trying to call the Bidens for the witnesses in the impeachment trial is that it also calls that, and they know the Democrats are going to jump on the fact that it also reinforces the case of that Trump, it compounds the fact that Trump was trying to get information on Joe Biden's family and Joe Biden to discredit them. And so if the Republicans in the Senate have them testify, it actually compounds the initial crime rather than just being a witness that helps. So, and that's starting to sink in. And their lawyers and very smart people are telling them, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm getting a very strong current here of don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, so Bolton, let's see here. above the reading. They're going to have Bolton testify. Well, there's the warmonger himself. Oh, and the warmonger wrote a book. That's what that is. Because the hermit can also be the scholar. I doubt Bolton wrote the book by himself, and I don't think of him as a scholar. But anyway, the warmonger wrote a book. And he doesn't, to some extent, he doesn't need to testify because the book is going to come out. Now, granted, it's not going to be published until, it's like May, I want to say May 21st or something like that. But there are definitely, if not the senators themselves, they have aides that are combing through, calling everybody they know. Do you have a manuscript? Do you have an early copy? Do you have a, you know, oh, again, words elude me. They are called, it's a galley copy, galley print of a book is sent out to bookstores and other places that, and to reviewers and all this kind of thing. And quite often, even, you know, I've worked in bookstores, and they, you know, the galleys come out so that even the booksellers can just read these books ahead of time to help better sell them. So, is Bolton the whistleblower? I would think not, but I'll throw a card on that. Okay, I'll let her know in the comments after this live stream. What's wrong? Do I think Republicans will read it? Absolutely they will. I don't know. I think there's something, like I said, this is going to really sell for some reason. There are any number of books, but this feels like it's just going to make him a lot of money. That he's not going to be able to it's not all going to disappear, but he's not going to be able, he's not be able to keep it. Okay, is Bolton the whistleblower? No. He's in it for the money. Is Pence the whistleblower? No, but he has leaked some things. Pence and his aides have leaked some things, but no, he's not the whistleblower. And, yeah, I'm getting whistleblowers need to stay hidden. And the laws need to be abide by the law, whatever. Why are you telling me that? I know that. I don't want the whistleblower's identity to be blown up. Okay, so there's still time. Autumn, no worries, all is good, excellent. So let's see. I'm trying to have a quick look. Uh-oh, buffering? I'm not getting a buffering sign myself, but let me know. Patriotic nails. Yeah, my Democrat nails. My Democratic Party nails, I should say. Will the trial end before the State of the Union? That reminds me, actually, I'm sorry, instead of just going, all right, I'm going to read that. I have been, tomorrow, I'm hoping to be able to talk about astrology, if you're into that sort of thing, about I want to talk about astrology with the Democratic nominees for president, and also some things about Trump, because there are some interesting coincidences, and this is, to me, that's the best way to look at astrology. Astrology is, I think, it's the energetic weather report, and there are a lot of people in Trump and a lot of people in Trump's orbit who have some nasty stuff that's coming up for them at the end of March. So I'm still doing the research on that. I've got a pile of papers here, but I'm gonna go through some of that tomorrow. So tomorrow's gonna be more of an astrology day than a tarot day, but I'll still read on things. You know, you paid your nickel to be here, and I'm here for the whole hour or more. So Bolton's book, nasty stuff. There's some stuff in there. Trump has nasty stuff in February. Yeah, Trump has a lot of nasty stuff in February too, absolutely. I was just looking at the coincidences of him and the people around him, because I find that that's really when things happen. Because if it's big enough, it's not going to just affect Trump. It's going to affect the other people around him. So, State of the Union, what's going to happen? All right, State of the Union. SOTU. SOTU Brute. Yes, I know, I just made a really bad historical joke. February 6th and 7th, Trump is major square aspect. Yep. Thank you, Stephen. Appreciate that. Got some nasty stuff going on. State of the Union. The vainglorious Trump gets a worldwide audience. A whole room of important people's looking at him, and guaranteed that one half of the room is going to clap. And Pence will be behind him looking at him like he's, Pence's favorite child in all the world. The Ides of March is coming up, Sally points out. Yes, that's true. Maybe that's where I got that in the back of my head. Has anyone noticed the look on Pence's face during States of the Union? That adoring, you're so wonderful, you're so adorable, that look Pence gets on his face. It's like, I'm not even sure it's fake, because everything about him is so twisted. Just is. I'll wait for the cliff notes. Oh, that look on Pence's face, yes. So, Larry Girl, I know that Why Baby has a question. I'm answering it. I am. I know it seems like I'm not. But yeah, I have it written down here. Right here. State of the Union. That's what I'm reading on. So, Pence is such a simpering sycophant. Yes, he is. What's going to happen to Pence? I'll read on him. Just the thought of reading on him just made me make that noise. Not at your question. Your question's good. But, State of the Union. Oh no, this needs to be a show reading. This needs to have its own. Yeah, this needs its own thing. I need like a pyramid, or where he's at the top. I don't know why I'm doing this. I just feel like I should. This needs to be a show. And it's hard to get. The cards are now suddenly like, I don't want to. It's hard. He's having trouble getting people to go along. Trump's having trouble getting people to go along with his crazy ideas. Okay, we're gonna do a pyramid with Trump on top. Down a little. All right. There he is. Above here, I'll put it up there above everyone else. And he gets 2 scoops of ice cream, not just 1. Everybody gets 1, but not him. He gets 2. Oh my gosh, what is he going to say? That's what all the Republicans are saying. Oh, what is he going to say? Fox News viewers are going to be like, oh, this is great. It's fine. Those mean Democrats, da-da-da-da. But the people who know Trump, do you remember that look that John Kelly used to get where he'd like put his head in his hands and like, this, tell me this isn't happening. That's what that is. Okay, base of the reading. What do you want to say? I have a lot to say. But there's this heart. This is emotional. But okay, what message are we going to send? No, Trump has a lot to say, lots of things to say. He wants to cram a lot in there. And it's a debate. Because Stephen Miller writes a lot of stuff for Trump. And of course, when it does, I don't know, it always has that kind of Adolf Hitler speech in the original German kind of feel to it. And if you've never seen Trevor Noah's stand-up routine about learning German, his father's German, so he's been learning German. You should go search that out because it is very, very funny. But yeah, Trump's widow feelings are hurt. Duh. Oh, okay. So down here we have the people who work with Trump in the White House. These are the Democrats. They have the goods. They have the receipts. They have the vacation pictures. Yeah. So, which makes me think, I need to put 2 cards here. I thought I could get away with making that, not having to, but no. We'll do the whole thing. The Republicans know what he did. Lots of people know what he did. Witnesses who can come forward and leave all the information about this is Trump as the corrupt. This is the corrupt Trump. It's a card I get for his corruption. All right, say it with me. The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The shadow knows. And Trump is wounded. He's going into the State of the Union wounded. And my worry with that is that Trump wounded, are we talking cornered animal? Or are we talking, I would think he would gin himself up. You choosing those words on purpose. And not talking about gin. I would think he would gin himself up so it wouldn't be, low energy. But, well, somewhere between here and there are going to be some happy Democrats. But I guarantee you, more than anything, he would love to tell you about how he won the Electoral College. Still, he would love to tell you. Oh, and he won the popular vote. He did. He's completely bought it by now. He's repeated it so many times. He is absolutely convinced himself. There's so much hanging over him. I'm just getting vanity. I'm getting a lot of vanity, but he's politically or personally, he's hurting. But this is, because swords are air signs, it's just communication. So this is Trump as the communicator. But behind the scenes, he's got some serious disappointment and he's thinking about leaving. But this is not the first time he's been thinking about leaving. He's not appreciated. I'm going to go somewhere where I'm appreciated. Yeah, well, whatever side piece you've got going on the side, Trust me, she doesn't love you for your winning personality and your treatment of women. And I'm sorry, I really do think he's got a side piece. I'm curious. I'm gonna throw a couple cards on that because maybe I'm just a bad person. I'm just curious. Is it just, it feels like it to me, but let me, I could be deluding myself. Does Trump have a side piece? More than one. That's what it feels like. They come and go. They come and go. Ivanka does not approve. Kushner thinks it's a dumb thing to do. He needs someone to whine to, get emotional with. Oh, that Trump is the man, and he's keeping whatever he's doing very, very quiet. If he is messing around, he is keeping it very, very quiet because that's the thing that's like the contract or the agreement or whatever that's locked Melania in right now. It's going to hurt him if he starts parading other women around. It's gonna hurt him where, the worst place. There are two places to hurt Trump. His money and his ego. And you think, well, yeah, everybody's ego. You hit anybody's ego, they're going to hurt. No. When I mean hit his ego, I mean don't completely fall all over yourself saying how great he is. Oh. Yeah. Trump has a side piece. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I'm just going to actually just... There you go. I'm going to write this down. Trump side piece. Okay. All right. Paula White, I'm done. I'm done with that topic. Oh, ick. Double, triple ick. Yes, I agree. Actually, I'm just going to throw that away. Oof. Blech. Blonde rally girls are readily available. Exactly, GM Dave. But the problem is they would run their mouths. But who in the heck? What? Other readers say yes, he has a side piece. Well, I'm not surprised. It's not Susan Collins. Oh, seriously, thanks a lot. Painting animals on rocks. Oh, yeah, you banned. I'm not actually, but that makes me want to banned from the channel for putting that mental image in my head. I'm kidding. All right. Well, I've got about 5-6 minutes left in our regular scheduled, visit to the Washington, D.C. cesspool. So, I've had a request about Australia. So I will have to do that at some point. Miller. Oh, Miller. Marriage. Oh, you really don't like me. Miller marriage and children. Well, you know, he needs someone to keep him company hanging upside down from the rafters in the White House during the day. Stephen Miller. Ah, my friends. I find it interesting that Stephen Miller is Jewish. He's Jewish, isn't he? Yes? To there. Miller's family's disowned him. Yeah, but his family's Jewish, aren't they? Yes, he's Jewish. Yeah, because I don't talk about it very often, but I believe very much in past lives, which are technically concurrent lives, because our higher selves are like the hub on a wheel, and then you get it kind of comes off, and you know there's me now, and then there's me in this life, and me in that life, and it's all I am this person, but I'm connected to, all time is simultaneous, and I'm connected to all these other lives that I've had, because we have the same, they're little bits that break off from the same higher self. And so you get energy off of, and that's kind of how karma works, at least in my mind, which is if somebody does something horrendous, it can be so bad that it messes with the vibration through the higher self, and that kind of has to be dissipated through the different lives. It just doesn't have to be, but it just does. And if you do something really, really good, luckily that goes out too. That's how I think of karma. But everything inside me, it sounds like a cliche, but everything inside me is saying that Stephen Miller's higher self, the higher self that is Stephen Miller, his higher self is also the higher self of a Nazi. We would say the man was a Nazi in a past life. It's just ding, 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 clear as day. And it sounds like a cliche, and it sounds ridiculous, but that's what I'm getting. Oh, and boy, does he know how to suck up to the Fuhrer. This time, the orange Fuhrer. In the past, he fell in love. Well, you know, as much as he's capable. Boy, he's got some issues. Center of the reading, he's all about his position of power with Trump. I just saw a news headline flashed up as I was just looking at that Supreme Court is allowing a ruling that makes it harder for immigrants to use public assistance. I would crawl over anything at this point to vote. Base of the reading, we'll get around the courts with executive orders. The president's power will not be, the Fuhrer's power will not be questioned. And I know, but for what it's, if, in case we have Germans on the channel, I know that modern day Germans are horrified by the Nazis and what they did. I understand that. Above the reading, I got 3 things. He gets a lot of grief, and he found a woman who puts up, was on his side. Near future. Oh dear. Stephen Miller, that's not good. That's your near future. That's chariot, that's the movement, that's the devil, that's vices. What I was saying earlier, the major arcana, these are the huge currents that are blowing through. And, this is the human level decision. But that's powerful. Now, and it's his vices, it's his narrow-mindedness, it's his bigotry. Guy, just because you have another life who's a jerk, who's a Nazi, who's the worst of the worst of the worst, who is, a job title that is synonymous with being the worst kind of human being, just because you have that in another life doesn't mean you have to be so awful now. It doesn't mean you have to agree with that. You are your own man in this life. Climb down from the rafters in the White House, you blood-sucking nerf herder. Home environment. He's in love. What are their hopes and fears? He's I don't know if he does, but he has this mental thing of, well, there's so many women who want me because I'm in this position of power, and he's a very small man. What other people see? He actually has as much influence with Trump as Junior does, as Kushner does, as Junior does. Maybe not Junior, but close. He certainly has as much sway as Kushner. More sway than Kushner. Final outcome. And they had a healthy 8-pound pot roast. Getting married, but there's a whole lot of dead space after they get married. A whole lot of dead space. Why is there all that dead space after they get married? What is this? Is it jail time? Is it him being treated as a pariah, like he should be? Is it, what is that? What is that? Is it that he gets a job, a normal job, and they have a very quiet life? I just saw someone say that's only one of his past lives. It is. Absolutely true. We all have many. Well, our ourselves have many. We have ourselves this life. But we have both agency and fate. What does this mean? That's the honeymoon. Honeymoon period. That's a whole lot coming against, and it's like hearings. Hearings, it could be court cases. There's a lot coming against him. And then there's this woman. This is like his wife saying, "Oh well, at least I have money." Or this is a completely different woman. Okay, this is starting to just get a little confused. So what is this? He's going to get married. There is going to be a honeymoon period, and then things go badly. Sorry, that's just how he views himself. I don't care. Oh dear. Does he have money? Does he come from, how does he have money? This isn't him making money. This isn't like a book deal. Hang on, let me just look here. That was there. That's Trump. His vices come out, things he's done wrong, which is kind of obvious. He gets married, it goes strangely, honeymoon period, a lot comes against him. Then this woman, concurrently death card, strength, and the 9 of Cups. He's got money coming from somewhere. Foreign source, could be. Comes from a highly educated family. Selling border kids. Oh gosh. It feels like he's got money. It more likely it's foreign. Miller's money. That says foreign. It's enough to worry about. This is like a honeypot. Oh, thank you, Janice. Thank you so much. This is like I'm not saying it is a honeypot. It's something like that pulled him in, but he's getting some money, but he's going to get in trouble if people find out. All right, the Stephen Miller reading just keeps going. Do I want to read on Stephen Miller for 15-20 minutes? No. Am I going to? Yes. Because nobody wants to read on Stephen Miller. Nobody. It's all going to come out in the wash. Court cases. This is investigators. It's just a matter of time. There's America, and there's he's going to get caught up. Yeah, he's going to get caught up in all this mess that Trump's going to be caught up in. And his home life, it's going to be really quiet, like non-existent, like she goes home to stay with her parents or her mother or something. Ugh. All right. Former and current Nazi wannabe, Stephen Miller. What a glorious, glorious slimeback. Why be that is Putin favor any Democrat for the nomination? Tulsi's. What I've read on that before. Actually, I am getting tired. I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow. Sorry, but I have read on Putin, and he's not backing any. If anybody, he's going to try to back Trump again, or he feels that the he feels that he feels that the Republicans are better for him. Oh, thank you. You guys are so sweet. Supreme Court changes before Trump gets out. Betty, let me make a note of that, because I'm tired. I'm gonna have to come back, but we're starting a new page. Let's have a look. We will look at the Supreme Court soon. Tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow might be more an astrology than a tarot thing, but we should definitely look at the Supreme Court here at some point. All right. So I am going to let you guys go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. And yes, and thank you for the donations. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. All right, I hope your day goes well, and we are going to be okay. It's going to be a really interesting day on the news, isn't it? All right, and yeah, go and rest. I still haven't finished my cocoa. Thank you for being here. I hope your day is great, because you are great, and thank you. All right, and I'll see you tomorrow, same pumpkin time, same pumpkin channel, and all right, take care.